It's very important that Manchester United get this transfer window correct because if we do, we're automatically going to be on a great position to even challenge, possibly, for the league title. And that is a very unique situation we're in because coming off of the start of the season, we were not even entertaining any thoughts of United being any close to forget title, even to Champions League position. So the fact that we find ourselves in this situation where we can actually genuinely, if we get this transfer window right, be in contention to be on the for the Premier League and even go for deep in majority of the majority of the competitions. So that's quite something, and it can really boost the entire club straight away into the right direction. So we need to get this transfer window right, and that starts with having the right midfielders that will be brought in. And over the past, let's say, since Fergie left, United rarely buys midfielders, and if they do, it's like once every 3 years. And majority of the time, they happen to be not the players that we needed. You can go back looking throughout the time. Like we might be the we might be out of the top six. We might be the only team that has not that bought the least amount of midfielders in the Premier League. And it's crazy because and that what has been a recurring problem for us since Fergie left. The fact that we keep ignoring the midfield is quite a disaster to me because of all the midfielders we bought, there's been few that really worked out for us. And mm, therefore, now this summer, we do need quality players, consistent players, and players that are able to plug in immediately, not players that need to settle. Oh, I need 6 months, I need a year and a half to get ready. No, 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 no. We're not doing all of that. We need players that come in, are a part of the team that are able to push us further into every other competition, not just the Premier League. But yeah. So therefore, this I'm from all the players that we've been linked to this summer, I've been really excited about Elliot Anderson, and that's not really a surprise. So I made another video about it. He has almost a complete profile in terms of the player that we're looking for. Great on the ball, great defensively. He's able to duel. He's even in the air, he's really good. But what makes him really what makes him really interesting is that the fact that he has the physical attribute to contest the the heavy demand in the Premier League style of football, while also contributing tactically and technically for the team. And on the ball, he is a good passer, really good passer, and able to drop in, get the ball moving from the centre backs. That helps. That really helps. Now, I don't like the price that's been quoted. 100 million. No, that's he's he's not that midfielder. Neither has the midfielders before him that been bought for 100 million. I'm honest believer of no midfielder should be costing 100 million. The only players that should be 100 million is players that are able to win you the damn game themselves. Players that are able to score the goals and assist it on themselves. Players. Those are the only players that should be 100 million. And no midfielder should ever be costing 100 million. Especially not a midfielder that's not going to create all the chances you need, be the creative hub of the team. But that's got sidetracked a little bit. But Elliot, really great player. Eight, somewhere around 80 million region, 70 to 80 million region. Really lovely. I know City wants him as well, so it's going to be a really a tough battle for United to get him. But if we could do that, that would be our should be our primary focus when we come in to get the player. Now, with that sorted out, you've got your 6/8 player because he can play both sides. He can play and he can play along Kobe and also the player we're gonna need to get. Now, for the next player, I've been debating this. I don't know because as much as I like Tonali as a player, the the quote fee for it is ridiculous. It is an absolute ridiculous. He is high energy, high on action midfielder. But for that, you know, that shouldn't be anywhere near above 80 million that Newcastle is going to be expected. That's not it. On the other hand, if Bruno Guimaraes was the conversation, I would be more than happy to pay 80 million because he is the six you want in your team. Every point I made about Elliot, you can say that about Bruno. On top of the good leadership qualities that he has in him. Also, he is also really, really good on the defensive side of the game. He's able to cover for his team's back four, making him very valuable. And to me, he is literally the star midfielder. If you were going to get one midfielder from Newcastle, it should be Bruno Guimaraes. Yes, I know he's 28, turning 29, therefore he might not have a resale value. Because of that, I don't know how much you want to put money, thinking how much money you want to invest in him, that kind of stuff. But if we're going to look at just the player itself, he should be the player we go and get from Newcastle. And there is one more player that's been we've been linked to from last summer, Beleba. He had a horrific season this season, absolutely horrific. He's been majority of it really bad, been subbed off at half time, sometimes not even starting. But what I do want to mention is the level of talent that he is does not just disappear immediately. He is not a player. The talent that we saw from him does not just disappear because of whatever happened with him. Could be that he didn't get his transfer, the transfer he needed, and that kind of stuff. That's beside the point to me. What I do want to look at is his attributes, which are really good in terms of the physical attributes he has. On the ball, he's able to drive, get the ball from his uh, first third all the way to the opponent's final third, which is crazy. That ability to drive with the ball through the midfield, not being interrupted, is valuable, really valuable, and that is one of the attributes that we do need in our team because our team is really. We have Kobe who can connect passes. We have Bruno who can connect who could create the chances, but we also don't have a player that can spray the balls forward pass. Though Casemiro does it to a certain extent, he doesn't do it at a very often consistent rate. Meaning we do need a pass heavy first. I know Baleba's not that, but Baleba is a carry the ball first. And his carrying ability is not carry the ball for 10 meters ahead and pass it backwards. He's the type of player that is able to get it from the final all the way drive it to the final thing to the opponent's final third. Meaning his talent is really hard to overlook when it comes to getting the player. Um, Price wise, 100 million, shuts it off. No. And to me, to be honest with you, with this window he had, with this season he had, he needs to be below 60 to justify any amount of money we're gonna get him. Because if what we don't want to do is overspend on players that didn't do well because teams do not want to take cut on them and that kind of stuff. We need to really play our hands really good because we have too many positions we need to sort out. Finally, I want Mateus Fernandez from West Ham. Really good player. He's able to think to be trained into becoming an attacking eight or attacking 10, or even a thingy, just a box to box player. And this season, the way West Ham has used him in the middle final thingy at the sixth has really developed his game into being a pass heavy player, and also his defensive side of the game has been really good. So therefore, to me, as I mentioned, the players I would like to have in our midfield the next summer, if everything goes really well, would be Ellie Anderson, Carlos Veleba, and Mateus Fernandez. But I also want to mention Jao Neves. No, Jao Gomez, not Jao Neves. What the hell am I doing? Jao Gomez from Wolves. He's really good. We should look at him, especially when they get relegated. He'll be a very cheap option for Mateus Fernandez. See you next time, guys.